Okay, so we're here today at NATO headquarters to discuss current developments within a global context, the southern neighborhood, Ukraine, the security context within the European continent. We have the pleasure of hosting the King of Jordan, our wonderful colleague, the Foreign Minister of Ukraine. And in that sense, we will be able to discuss about the challenges that we are facing, what has come of the many things that we concluded during the recent Washington summit, and where we see the role of the alliance, considering the challenges that NATO has, that the European continent has, but that global society has as a whole. In that sense, I see that in the next 2 days, we will have a great opportunity among ourselves to come to conclusions and to set the context for the upcoming period.
What can you say about
However,
Georgia?
there's a ceasefire in
We are in
Ukraine.
persistent strikes.
NATO ready
Georgian
to
people
give
are...
more protection to Ukraine?
I think that we have to remain steadfast and principled in our support for Ukraine. I think that the result of the Washington summit made it very clear what NATO's position on Ukraine is. I can say that my country bilaterally will continue to give full support for Ukraine for its territorial integrity and sovereignty, but also for the process of finding an adequate and peaceful solution to a conflict that has been going on for far too long. We are following the situation in Georgia. Of course, what I can say is that coming from a NATO member state, but also a country that intends and hopes to one day become an EU member state, we hope all the best for that country, and we hope for a common European future for both our nations.
Are you going to discuss security guarantees with your Ukrainian homologue during this meeting today?
I think that we will discuss many issues that are of mutual interest, issues that are related to our common security interests as a continent, and to the challenges that we have faced for a few years now as a result of the Russian aggression. It would be unfair for me at this point to discuss the details of the aspects that we are prepared to discuss, but I can once again reaffirm that our commitment bilateral, but what I believe is also the commitment of NATO towards the protection of the fundamental values of international public law and the principled support for Ukraine.
But do you per se exclude the presence of European troops on Ukrainian soil should there be, this form of security guarantee and also a peace plan influenced by Kellogg and Donald Trump?
There needs to be peace, without a doubt. I don't think that there is a dilemma in anyone's mind as to whether or not we need to find peace. But not peace at any cost and not peace within any context. In that sense, that is why I keep on reaffirming terms such as principles and values, including international public law, as the key pre-context for finding an adequate solution.
During this foreign ministry, you're also going to discuss...
We bilaterally are a supporter of the open door policy, but that is a decision that all of the member states have to make together. It is not a unilateral decision by one of the member states, but something that we need to decide on the basis of unanimity.
On the strategy against hybrid attacks of NATO, the previous strategy is from 2015 and doesn't really address the current challenges and the number of attacks that is increasing. So how could the new strategy look like? Could you tell us a little bit?
We see this as a member state also as an issue, as a country that has been prone and susceptible to various different cyber attacks in the last year, on all levels of government, and not just government, but cyber attacks on private businesses and so forth, coming from various different proxies and malign actors. In that sense, we believe as a member state that there is a necessity, and we are commonly working together to modernize these policies and adapt them to the challenges that exist. But these are policies that will consistently need modernization because, as we know very well, technology moves forward and we need to adapt to those types of developments.
What do you think about North Korean troops on the ground? Is this an escalation, and what does that mean for the strategy of the NATO?
Of course, it is an escalation, and this is an issue that we need to build a joint strategy on. I know that there are others waiting for me, so I thank you for your time and hope to see you soon. Thank you.